The first time I heard about coaching was when I was in the middle of a very important change in my job in the organization, and the company came to me. My boss came to me, and not only he promoted me, but also he basically asked me to go through a 6 months executive coaching activity, to receive an executive coaching support. At the beginning, I was upset. I was upset because I thought, well, on one side they give me a promotion, on the other side they don't trust me. They don't have the sufficient level of confidence to believe that I will be performing according to the new job. And as a matter of fact, when I started the coaching as a coachee, I actually expressed my doubts with my coach, and then we went through a process by which eventually I concluded that it wasn't really a question of lack of trust and lack of confidence. It was more, from a company standpoint, be certain and be sure that I could maximize the achievement of a very challenging target, and that I would overcome some of my historical barrier in my leadership style. As a matter of fact, that is the main lesson of that 6 months activity, is that not only was I more aware of my, let's say, leadership style and therefore limit, but that, let's be frank here, everybody at the senior level is sufficiently aware of its own limit. But the new and the original piece of that activity was that I was able to overcome some of the limits, that I was able to push the bar a little bit higher than I used to beforehand, and therefore that coaching was a way for me to go beyond my limit. Based on the success of that activity, I thought that transformation in a company, in my company, needed to start from me. And that in order to change the climate of work in the company, I needed to be able to, let's say, disseminate my positive experience throughout the entire organization, starting with my first line of management. And so what I did and I designed with my executive coach was what we called a new leadership paradigm, a transformational initiative. And it had to be transformational in nature, in that we had at that time results in the climate in the company that were not satisfactory at all, whereas at the same time the business result were being achieved and overachieved. So the first thing that we did together was to put at the center of the attention not only the figures and the results, but the people and the results. And actually the people not only as pure, let's say, instrument to achieve the result, but really the people with their awareness and with their leadership as enabler of the results for the mid to long term let's say, growth target as opposed to immediate and short term results. The second lesson that we learned from that long program was that people were not only aware, but they were now accountable for changing the climate in the company. Beforehand, it was always somebody else's fault if the climate wasn't good enough. Yet, we realized, and they realized at the end of the activity, that I would say 90% of that climate was entirely in their hand to change. And the third element is that you need the result of the activity to set achievable target and measurable one, and one that people can actually look at according to specific metrics in time to see whether there are where the activity is actually going where the word is going. And so there is a consistency between the program and the process they're putting together to make the program happening. Some of my collaborators used to say it's like the diet. Once you you go into diet, you lose weight, but you can't forget what the diet has taught you. You need to go back to the diet continuously to make sure that you don't gain weight again and again and again. Thank you.